Are you ready for combat night?
What's up, brothers and sisters?
What is up? What is up?
We have an exciting night of fights on tap for tomorrow. Just getting back from the venue.
Yes, we have a banger on tap. Cannot wait for these fights tomorrow.
And hold on. I see we have our compatriot joining us as well. Mr. Ben Stark. What's up, man?
What is up, everybody? Let's go.
I was just checking my text messages and see that I'm still getting some media requests.
Oh,
God damn it.
hey. Is it better late than never, or is it never better never?
No, not better late than never. I'm sorry you're late.
You are asking for a favor. It is never better late than never. Ever.
Man, we had
do
some exciting face-offs today too.
Yes.
Man, the press conference looked good too. I didn't get to watch it all, but the clips were coming out great.
Yeah, press conference was fun. I love when we can do that, and I think that's something we're certainly trying to add to the docket for all of our pro shows. And for people tuning in, if you haven't had a chance yet to see some of the clips from that, certainly go check out our Instagram and our YouTube and see some of those hot takes from the press conference and some of the entertaining stuff that they've released so far that happened at the weigh-ins today. My voice is a little froggy.
Why? Are you okay?
It was a long day. Raina, my daughter, drugged me to the gym at 7 this morning, and then we went straight to the venue.
What?
So we've been on it. Yeah, we got a few people because she loves me and she wants me to live for a long time.
But sleep, it's so nice and sleepy.
Man, so to pick up the baton about our event tomorrow night at the Osceola Heritage Park Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee, Florida. Our main event features a couple of pros, Valentine Woodburn and Vanlito Antunes. That is an exciting fight, and there was certainly some tension. Yeah, posturing. Yeah. Some good. And there was quite a bit of that throughout the whole night, but these guys are coming in looking to make a statement, and I know Val is certainly trying to make his way back to the big show. He comes in 8-2, and his opponent got a bunch of fights coming in 16-8, and I think that's gonna be an exciting fight.
Yeah, that one has fireworks written all over it. We already know what we're going to get with Val every time he fights. His opponent, on the other hand, a little mystery to the Combat Night fans, but you go look at his record, you can tell he comes and fights every single time as well. Looking forward to both of these guys fighting. And, yeah, man, I think top to bottom, this whole card is just amazing. Move on.
Man, you can't.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You can't go wrong with Valentine Woodburn. His hands are so heavy. His takedown defense is fantastic. And he's going to make contact. The way he throws, the way he enters, he's going to hit you, and you're going to have to deal with the power that he brings to the table. I don't know much about Antunes, but that man is a veteran with a fantastic record. I don't even know to see Val step up to him.
Our co-main event is a title defense for our reigning 155 champ, Angel Mercado, facing Ronald. Oh, man. Ronald Sago.
Sago.
Is Angel really only 23?
No, I think those are backwards. I think he's 32.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
And what can you tell us? What can you tell us about Ronald?
He is a Cuban athlete. I believe he has some Olympic wrestling or boxing under his belt, from what I understand. And he's a veteran, great record. I'm expecting him to come out and get that pace going. He's also Frankie Segredo's coach or training partner. So, the guys from Freedom Fighters always come to fight.
If he trains at Freedom Fighters, he's like to brawl. They excel in the brawl. They wrestle like dogs. They're super hard to take down. Like, you better pack a lunch. Those guys come to go.
And it looks like our Florida man belt is being defended as well. Theoren Thorne and Cedric Lewis Saint. Theoren coming off of a highlight finish.
I don't mean to interrupt. It is Lusants, like croissants.
Cedric Lusson.
Luson. This reminds me of True Blood.
Cedric coming in. Yeah, go ahead, Mitch.
This is a very interesting fight to me. I think these guys have kind of similar fighting styles, to be honest with you. They both like to throw some, get to the cage and work the clinch in the cage, and they'll go for takedowns. Theron swears that that's not the goal, and he wants to make exciting fights. And Cedric said he's going to do whatever it takes to win. So I think we're in for a dogfight in this one.
So at the last event in Jacksonville, Theoren and Sham were in the same back room. So we got to spend quite a bit of time together, and they had just fought that show previously, maybe 2 months prior. We talked to Theoren's dad. We talked to Theoren. After the Sham fight, the thing Theoren took away from it was we didn't put on the most entertaining fight possible, and it should have been more than what it was because of how good both of us are. And he said he came into that fight to be different. I have to approach fighting different, and I'll find more success if I'm meaner, more violent, and more aggressive. So he made a complete 180 in style, and we saw it. He won by knockout in like 37 seconds or something. He came out heavy, fast, explosive, and dude, super ferocious. I believe him when he told me that this is from him from here on out. You could see it in his face. He meant every word of it. Theoren Thorne is coming in guns blazing. I don't see him shooting and pushing to the fence anymore. I think he's turned over a leaf. And since he had such success in that last one, I think he's going to double down on it.
They had an interesting exchange at the press conference regarding that, where Theoren said, are we going to make a no-shoot pact? And Cedric was like, I don't plan to do that, but if it wasn't there, I'm going to do that. He's like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. Yeah.
Best answer anyone's had. He was honest. He wants to keep his honor intact. I've seen a lot of guys say, yeah, and then right away they shoot. So I love that he kept his honor intact and kept it real. Wasn't trying to say anything to look cool for the fans. He wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
That. And it ended up being cool.
What's cool is winning.
You got to be ready for all of it. The coolest is winning. There's nothing cooler than victory.
Moving on down the pro card, a lightweight bout between Eddie Perez Bruno and Curtis Ellis. I know Eddie is coming off a little bit of a hiatus due to an injury, and those guys had an insanely intense face-off. I actually thought I was going to have to jump in there when they were going nose to nose, forehead to forehead.
They were really getting in there.
Yeah, they were. So I think they're going to be, coming in looking to put on a show.
Yeah, Ramsey took a hard step toward me. He thought he's going to have to defend my honor. I'm a spider monkey. I will jump on the back if I got to.
Well, you were keeping it cool.
That clip?
Well, you don't see me in that clip, but Mitchell was just playing it cool with just the side hand. and they started bull charging, and I was like, oh,
Nobody wants to see Ramsey get in there. It's too threatening.
well, some of these guys we get to know on different levels, and Eddie Perez Bruno is one of those guys that he's been over changing windshields and doing all types of stuff. I would hate to have seen him mess up this opportunity doing something too aggressive in the face-off. So,
yeah, how silly is it when you're gonna fight tomorrow, but you're so hyped at weigh-ins that you're trying to fight now, and now you don't.
Yeah.
Do fighters get fined for that stuff?
Nah, it's got to be pretty extravagant to get fined.
Yeah, they didn't actually come to blows. I think might have been the slightest shove.
But like if they brawl bad enough for the fight to be canceled, I'd assume they'd get penalized in some way.
Yeah, they could probably get suspended or something potentially. Yeah. But you've seen them Russian face-offs where they go straight to flying knees.
Absolutely insane.
And still fight the next day. Didn't he get knocked out at the face-off?
Yeah. Like, what is happening in Russia? Like, we still have decorum, right?
Then we've got the return of Stone Cold. We've got flyweight WMMA bout. Charles E. Manor versus Stephanie Stone Cold Calderon.
Stephanie stays active, man.
Yeah, Mitchell made a point of highlighting that. You said this is her fourth fight in 4 months or something like that.
Yeah, May, June, July, August, literally 4 months.
That's wild.
That's
great. That's like my generation stuff, where dudes just fight all the time, but they're. That's wild.
Yeah, I'm excited for that fight. Both these girls have extensive track records and accolades. Charles C actually turned down a World War title fight to come and get another MMA fight in. So, her goal is to make it an MMA, but she's being offered high-level Muay Thai fights. And we all know Stephanie comes to throw down. I would be surprised if either of these girls shot. I think it's going to be a war.
Oh, she's got a lot of kickboxing and Muay Thai fights.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, snap. This is going to be awesome.
Next up, there's a lightweight bout between Francisco Sagrado and Derek Babcock. Sagrado has been a man possessed since getting back in the game a few months ago. And Derek Babcock has been lights out throughout his pro career. So Sagrado, had a KO finish a couple fights ago, another a hard fought, grinded out type of victory in his last bout. And like I said, Derek Babcock is undefeated. So I think that has all the makings of a fire fight.
Should be a very good fight. I'd be surprised if that one doesn't potentially be fight of the night as well. Like you said, people staying active. Francisco Sagredo has dealt with a lot of injuries throughout his pro MMA career, and he's healthy and staying on the grind, looking for fights, taking fights, and being.
Isn't this his fourth fight this year too?
Third in. So he fought May 17th. So June 17th, July 17th. Third in like under 3 months.
It's awesome that these guys are staying so healthy, and Sagredo doesn't even wrap his hands. He's bare knuckling it under those gloves as much as possible.
Yeah,
they made me wrap him last time.
Oh yeah.
So to think that his hands are okay after 2 fights in such quick series is wild.
Next up, there's go ahead, man.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I've been lucky enough to have trained Derek for a camp before. So dramatically over the last 3 or 4 years, he was wildly known for brawling in his amateur and early professional career, and now he's turned into quite the grappler. And I believe he's finished everyone by rear naked choke, maybe one decision in there.
Yeah,
but Sagredo showed in his last match that he can grapple his ass off too. So this might turn into a crazy striking battle or a really, really awesome scramble war. I think Mitchell's right on that call. This is a kid for sure.
Yeah, I think Derek Babcock has we've seen quite a bit from his repertoire, and it brings a lot of exciting energy to the cage. So I think that's a fantastic matchup there from Richard Cox. Welterweight bout between Ali Abusalam and Lucas LaRue. They had some great exchanges at the press conference. Both of those guys undefeated. Lucas coming off a little bit of a hiatus too, dealing with some injuries. Ali has been, a dog in all of his fights, just all around. And I believe Lucas LaRue's last fight, he had a pretty dynamic finish. So I think that's got all the makings of another fantastic fight with those guys.
Yeah. Ali just as busy as the others. Third fight in 4 months.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on this year, but these guys are being real consistent, man.
I'll tell you what, that fight, to me, biggest implications, because we're going to find out who's going to get to the UFC sooner. I think both those guys have what it takes to get there. But and I love it because they're not just great fighters. They're also great on the mic. They are well polished, put together well. They speak very well. They're the total package, in my opinion. They both sell tickets. They're hitting all the markers for what a promoter and what someone wants to work with, whether it's us or the UFC. And this is going to be a big win in one of their hats, a feather in their cap. And I'm excited to see how this one goes down, man. I think, again, fireworks potential. I'm gonna say fight enough times tonight. But that's really how fire this card is. This card is one of those, like, I'm gonna fucking date myself. We are not worthy. We are not worthy. This is a really good card.
Yeah, you can go ahead, Ben.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, man, I think this is the third or fourth silver, and each one better than the one before. I know Orlando is home base. It's probably the easiest show to make because it's the least driving from all corners. I think our last few shows at Silver Spur, man, I'm stoked. Huge space in the back. The fighters got plenty of room to warm up. I heard no complaints in all my time in the back room. The production looks fantastic, and the fights are always crazy. And the energy in the room, absolutely nuts. We got a ton of people in the Silver Spur. And with a lineup like this, like, the place is going to explode. It's fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to it.
The next bout is here we go. Sidik Muduev and Julio Cesar Chavez. This was a short notice fight, and those guys looked like they were ready to fight tonight. The intensity was 100% there in the face-off. So I'm not, like I said, just another one. Chavez out of Fusion Excel, and Muduev. Am I saying that right?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I just winged it at the face-offs. Proud of myself for how well I did by winging it. I felt confident.
Well, he's out of American Top Team. And did you say it was 48 hours notice? They picked this one.
I mean, he picked it up on 48 hours notice. He actually came up a weight class too. And I think him and Julio is going to throw. I think that's huge. Like I said, crazy fight, potential fight of the night again. That one could be a co-main or main event on any other card. It's really insane that that's the fourth fight of the night.
You ain't wrong.
Before that, there's going to be a heavyweight bout. J.R. Crosby and Jackson Stanford. The Professor versus the Last Caveman. Professor coming in 2-1. Last Caveman 1-0 as a pro. I think that's another. I mean, heavyweights seldom disappoint. And Jackson Stanford's a dynamic athlete, and he's going up against a big old boy in J.R. Crosby.
Yeah, they both have similar opponents as well. They both did similar things against that opponent. So you really don't know, to be honest with you. Like, we've seen a lot of Jackson's fights, haven't seen a lot of J.R. Crosby at Combat Night. So to me, who knows? J.R. finished his opponent a little quicker than Jackson. So that's like what they were joking about at the press conference. But I'm excited to see these two heavyweights get at it.
Before that, a super exciting bantamweight about Ben Harris. He made his pro debut in St. Pete. Didn't get the better of that, but has been a dog throughout his whole career. And David Angel making his pro debut, it has been super exciting. We've been watching him fight since he was, I feel like, 14, 15 years old in kickboxing, making his pro debut. And those guys, I think they had the 5-minute face-off.
Yes.
What, they just wouldn't get out of each other's face?
They would not.
That was one of them. The long face-off was David's little brother.
Oh, yeah, that was, yeah.
But
Man.
they also were making eye contact very hard. But David was kind of like, whatever. He I think he turned around. But yeah, I think this fight.
Ben broke it. Ben was like, yeah, I ain't doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's this fight's, I think it's a 50-50 fight. And I say that because I haven't seen a lot of David on the ground. I know he's been training. He's got Jason Carapellucci over there working his wrestling. And I know Carapellucci's got great wrestling. Ben Harris is going to be in his face for 3 rounds. I think Ben's going to be in front of him. David's going to have to put him away. And Ben gets better as the fight goes on. So I'm really excited for this fight. And David's striking, it's proven very, very good. So I'm all in. I can't wait.
Hernandez's striking is in my opinion a few steps ahead of Ben's, but Ben's gas tank, or maybe not even missing his will, just doesn't stop the pressure, and pressure is exhausting for both parties if we're being honest. But pressure's exhausting. It's gonna get him close to Hernandez. If Hernandez can't manage the space between them, keep him at the end of the jab or the push kick, or keep cutting angles, Ben's not the most dynamic, but he is very strong when pressing. So it's going to take a ton of effort for Hernandez to avoid that. So either Hernandez has got to catch him coming in and set him down, and Ben has been hurt before, or he's going to get pushed up on the fence, tangled up, and presumably taken down. You know, his ground game suspect is just unproven, and Ben is going to test that.
I think Ben Harris unveiled like a professional's physique in his pro debut. And so you can see he's really like buckled down and is approaching this game like a professional. And so this is a tall order for David Angel, making his debut. Should be a super exciting fight. And then we're kicking off the pro card with Kyle Day versus Brian Santiago. Both of these guys making their pro debut, both of them a bunch of amateur fights with us. Brian was one of our champs at 155 as an amateur. And I think that also makes for an exciting fight. We know Kyle Day has some knockout power. We know Brian is all around solid.
Yeah, I'm excited for this fight. Like you said, exactly what you said. Brian's very well-rounded. We saw Kyle Day fight this a few times. Explosive dynamite in his right hand, and he comes forward hard. So I'm looking forward to this fight.
Yeah, Kyle Day fills the underdog role quite a few times, but man, he is a threat. He is a strong brown belt. He can submit and he can threaten, especially when he's fresh. He is very, very, very dangerous. That being said, Brian Santiago is the total package as an amateur. He went undefeated. He held the belt. He defended it, I believe, at least once. That man can strike. He can manage distance. He controls range. He feints. He cuts angles. Frankly, he can grapple too. I've mostly been witness to his striking, but this is a hard pro debut for Kyle Day. But at the same time, no walk in the park for Brian Santiago.
All right, the undercard main event. The last amateur fight for JM2, John Michael Morea taking on Drew Oniga. We've seen a lot of stuff from John Michael Morea throughout his amateur career. His striking is crispy, and his cardio is, immaculate. So glad to see him defend his belt before he transitions over to the pros. And I think that is a bangarang main event for the amateur undercard.
Yeah, Drew
can't
has
go wrong.
brings some high level wrestling with him. He's out with Billy Q's camp over in Tampa. John obviously trains with Pete White's boxing and also Fusion Excel. This is a great. John wanted his wrestling to be tested. He wanted a tough fight. That's why we got Drew. And Drew wanted a tough fight as well. Drew said he's almost ready to go pro as well. I'll tell you, in working with both of these guys, I believe they're both ready for the next step. I believe this could have been a pro debut for both of them. They're doing everything right again. Professional, showing up on time, selling tickets, knowing how to promote themselves. I'm excited for this fight. It's a good last fight for both of them before they go pro.
Without a doubt, I don't know anyone who's not a fan of John Michael Morea. He performs, he shines, and he looks good doing it. I haven't seen Drew fight yet. Silo's camp, you've got to expect good things. We've got his teammate further up the card in Ali, and he has performed. And you got to assume if they're coming from the same place, they should have good amounts of output. We should have high expectations from both these guys.
Yeah.
Undercard co-main event is an advanced Muay Thai bout. This is a rematch, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Warren Panasco and Canyon Smith. I believe they duked it out in Beecham.
No. That was two black guys that duked it out in Beecham.
Oh.
Ian Young is also fighting on the card. We'll get to him in a second. But Panasco brings a lot of Muay Thai experience. I'm excited for these guys to throw down. Canyon, we've seen him fight with us once. We know that he is very calm, composed, and is good at dictating where the fight's going to happen and how the fight's going to happen. So I'm excited to see these two throw down for the belt. Both very deserving athletes. What's that next fight?
Next fight is Tyler Martin and Dylan Sawyer.
Yo, these are one and the same to me. These guys are very similar in my opinion. Great strikers that also know how to grapple. Young, hungry, and I'm excited to see these two fight tomorrow. I think that I think this fight is one of those fight of the night potentials because they're going to stand and thump on the feet, and if they got to go to the ground, they're both capable.
Next bout is Keith Forbes and Amin Swaby in some advanced Muay Thai. So this is
let's hear it, Ben. You've been talking about these two a little bit,
bro. If I could pick amateurs that I'm fans of, these two are two of them. Eamon Swaby has impressed me with his Muay Thai. Call him. He's done fantastic. He's got great power. He's got great composure. He's got great distance management. He keeps a cool head. He can fire off at high volume. His kicks are thunderous. He performs well every time I've seen him. I'm noticing now he's 6-2. Does that mean he's fought recently? Like, this man keeps busy. Keith Forbes, I met him on the other side of the cage. He made he had his second fight against one of my guys. And I was like, yo, this kid is an athlete. He's a fucking grenade. And he has shown that. And in his he's had 4 fights since then in MMA. And man, he's grown so much. He's calmed so much. He's hooked up with Dark Wolf. And you can see that he has kind of started to hone that athleticism into a much more defined fighter more than an athlete. And the growth has been fantastic. I think this fight is going to be absolutely bonkers.
I agree.
An extreme kickboxing. This is small gloves kickboxing between a couple of undefeateds, Carlos Diaz and Antonio Ramos.
Boy, they were getting added at Faceoff because Carlos came in overweight. I'm unaware of exactly how much. I didn't hear, but boy, they were going back and forth in Spanish. Both camps were over there, translate coaches that didn't know, and This is going to be an exciting fight. Both of these guys are very dynamic strikers. They're dangerous. They have high level striking. It's just going to be a beautiful fight. I cannot wait to see these two fight. It's going to be a great fight.
And another crazy face-off was Angel Collazo and Kevin Angel.
That was the
battle of the angels.
Kevin Hernandez you were referencing earlier. These two stared off for approximately 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
What was going on with that?
Neither one of them was willing to break, bro. Even when they was walking away, they were still like looking at each other. Like it was intense.
The Angel brothers are awesome. I'm always stoked when they fight.
And now people are starting to be mindful of the fact that these guys come with an intensity of like, I want to hurt you. And so their opponents are matching their energy. So they're not, the shock factor isn't there much anymore. But yeah, both these guys, great strikers, both out of great gyms. It's a fight we tried to make happen a couple times in the past. So I'm really, really excited. This is Collazo's first trip to 135. He's fought at 45. He's fought at 40. I believe, at least with us, this is his first trip to 135. So Kevin Hernandez, I believe, has mentioned he can make 25. Interesting. Also, Kevin Hernandez brings that pressure. He's gonna stay in your face the whole fight. Yeah, see if Collazo's weight cut went well and he recovers well. For a 3-round war.
I just noticed on Tapology they have Kevin Angel fighting both Collazo and Aris, so they've confused his brother for him.
That's hilarious.
Not impossible to do.
Yes, Ramsey did earlier. He also missed.
Bro, they look super similar. I remember calling both their fights the same day, going, "Did this kid just fight like 3 fights ago?" So I understand.
Any other fight you wanted to highlight? We got like 6 or 7 more that are coming.
Man, I think we're just in for a great night of fights. I could go over them all real quick. Trevor Donahue versus Clay Hurley. Dunamis MMA's new guy with us. He's got some fights under his belt though. I think that's gonna be a war. 2 scrappy kids throwing down. Kobe Noble versus Ian Young. Ian Young is the guy who fought Canyon. Great fight, close fight. We posted that one this morning. Noble always brings it. He's had some wars in there as well. I'm really excited to see that fight. Dewan White and Lucas Smith. How do you not love Dewan White? I love this.
I love that kid. I like how he fights and everything. His record blows my mind because he's good.
Yeah,
he's really good.
He walks around at really lightweight though. So sometimes he gets bigger 25ers. It's a lot to deal with. Lucas Smith's the young kid, great grappler. Excited to see those two throw down. Matthew Kaser and Christian Went. I've known Matthew through IG and talk here and there. It's pretty cool to see this guy set a goal and say he wanted to do MMA and wanted to fight. And now he's getting that, the check off the bucket list tomorrow against Christian Went, who's also making his MMA debut at heavyweight, who's fought a couple Muay Thai fights with us. And he's been in the lab working on his MMA. So I'm excited to see those two fight. Jaden Ruiz versus Jordan Thompson. You saw it. Jaden Ruiz went to shake Jordan's hand. Jordan said, "Nah, cuz we're here to fight." And that's
Jordan's one of those AMA guys, right?
Yeah.
None of them shake
hands. And then Melissa Montenegro showed up with the Pakistani karate combat champ, the legend himself, and Lee Moxley out of AGT Longwood, training with Donovan Hedrick and Jeremiah McDougal. They're in a kickboxing fight. I expect a war between those ladies. And then Brent Kent versus Daniel Gomes. I mean, we already know what Brent Kent brings every time. He's gonna throw down. And then the first fight of the night, this fight's gonna set the building all on fire. The first fight of the night, in Moises Bravo and Isaac Morales. Mark my words. This might set too high to start the night. Those two teenagers are gonna get in there and throw down. It's gonna be a war. That's my recap.
Yeah, I've been blown away. The teenagers that we've been seeing recently have been awesome. Yeah. And I'm just going to tell you, young Kurt is excited the level that's coming up around the state. He'll be 18 in December, but we got October 11th in Fort Lauderdale, and I know he's itching.
Yeah,
to get his hands dirty.
I think we could get one of the winners from one of these fights maybe over there for him.
Awesome.
All right, folks. I think we're going to wrap it up there. But tomorrow, 4 p.m., fights will start running. Check our link in bio for the pay-per-view link if you cannot make it out. I suggest making it out, but if you can't, join us on the pay-per-view where we will be calling all of the action 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Gonna be a good night. Cannot wait.
All right, we'll see y'all then.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.
Are you ready for combat night?